Welcome back to Overprocessed.
Conversations with Jess and Ruthie.
Today, we are going to talk a little bit more about what it's like to be behind the chair as hairstylist and why so many times clients sit in the chair and it ends up being a therapy session, a Hairapy session.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so that's mostly what we're diving into today and how that also ties back to being overprocessed.
Yes. Um, because clients do, I mean, our clients tell us literally everything. They tell us things that they don't tell, like we said in the first, like they tell us things that they
They
don't.
don't tell their best friends about.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, or family, and they just open up to us so easily, which I think is amazing. So, and we're like, it's kind of like HIPAA. We don't share the information that you guys share with us. We don't go tell other people. So
No, yeah.
we keep that, and it's like secrets, but not.
We don't charge enough for
No,
keeping secrets.
literally. um, you know, but it's part of the job. I enjoy it. It just it's hard to not take that home with you, when somebody is going through something heavy.
Absolutely.
We're thinking about them constantly, and because everyone is kind of like trauma dumping on us, and that's
Mhm.
totally fine. They've listened to us and the stuff that we've gone through too, and helped us through things, whether they knew it or not. Um, so I think that's just really important for our clients to know that, like, thank you also.
Yeah, yeah. It works both ways. Thank you for being
Yes.
there for us, but we are absolutely there for you. And I know a lot of times I will be like, oh, I'll be praying for you for that. And I mean it. I truly am
Yeah.
praying for them when I say that. And, somebody's having a surgery and they tell me the date, I'll like put that date in my calendar
Yeah.
sometimes. Or, if we know that someone's really struggling, um, they don't just walk out the door and we're like, oh, that sucks for them.
Right.
We do care and we continue to care,
Yeah.
and we're going to most likely ask you about it when we see you again then too, because we've been wondering about it and thinking about it and there for you, either like cheering for you or just being a friend from afar.
Right. And I think that goes too, like, especially with people saying stuff about their relationships or like crazy boyfriends. Like, when I see you next, like, are we slashing tires or are we back on good terms?
Yeah, right.
like, like,
We're
what's
also
going
not
on?
going to forgive them as easily as you do as well.
Yes, yes. We're going to be
Don't
like,
forget
girl.
that time that he did this to you.
Yep, yep.
So if you don't want to be held accountable for what you tell us, don't tell us because we're
Yep,
going to remember.
yes. Because we got your back. That's part of our job. We,
Yeah.
we, we become, overprotective of our clients. So,
Yeah. They're like our family. What is
mhm.
it about the chair? Like, why is it that people really open up so easily, even if they don't know us? I feel like people really tell us stuff
I
meeting us for the
know.
first time.
I know, which I like absolutely love because I am one to like, ooh, let me tell you my life story, but also like part of our job is listening. I mean, it's part of
Hmm.
their service. So, but I think touch, it has to do with touch, and they're not looking directly at us. So I think it just creates a safe space.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they just
They're not looking right at us and telling us these deepest, darkest secrets. They kind of just get to like say it into an empty space and not
yeah,
see our reaction either because we're standing
right.
behind them.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I am a little
Yeah.
dramatic
Yeah, yeah, we all
and
are. Yeah.
theatrical, but
Yeah.
somebody tells me something, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, but I do love that people open up to us. It kind of, I don't know, it makes me feel good. Like, it makes me feel good to know that people feel safe.
Hmm. Yeah, I try to make them feel seen a lot of the times. I think a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times people just want to say what they have to say and not be told
Yeah.
advice necessarily.
Yeah.
Or because a lot of times I don't have advice to give, but I can just be
Right.
like, man, that
Yeah.
really, I feel for you, or I can't imagine, or, just being
Yeah.
validated. Validating people is so powerful.
Mhm.
And honestly, touch is huge. I think we are giving people a hug without actually hugging them. It's
Yeah.
like we're comforting them immediately, and just a safe person automatically, and you don't realize how up close and personal in people's business you really are.
Yeah.
Doing their hair, it's not just touching their hair. You really are all up in people's faces a lot of the times.
Oh, absolutely. And I think about too, with people opening up to us, it also affects like their mood depends on like their hair. It's weird to say. Like some people will be like, I hate my hair, but I don't know if it's just me or if I'm just, I'm going through some stuff. I just want to change.
Well, hair is tied to so many things. Like, you have a big dramatic thing happen in your life, and you're like, I need bangs. I want
Yeah.
to chop my hair
Oh,
off. And we got to either talk you in or out of it sometimes, too.
oh yeah, because as stylists, like we will say no to you. Like if it's and it's not in a mean way. It's just like, hey, like I don't think this is a good idea. You're gonna regret it.
Yeah.
Um, and same with not just bangs, but like color. Like clients will be like, "What do you think about this?" And it's like, "Ooh, that I know you so well that like I know this is not going to work for you and you're going to hate
hmm
it even though you want a change because you are going through something." But sometimes that's not.
I think it's our job to help kind of ease them into that too.
Yeah.
Knowing some of our repeat people, it's like, I know you, and I know that big dramatic change is going to be too much for you.
Yep.
So maybe instead of going all dark, let's add some low lights in.
Yes. Yes.
Just help them kind of decide what they want. And I have a lot of people that sit down and they're like, I don't know what I want. And we just kind of talk about it a little bit, and I don't
Hmm.
even think they know what they're getting. And
Yeah.
I kind of help them along that, and then they're like, "Perfect, you knew."
Yeah.
You know? Um, and I think they really are looking. Sometimes they just need some teeny bit of a change, and it seems
Yeah.
to fix a lot of the small things. Those
Yeah.
little. You add a few layers, or you cut a couple inches off, and it was like that one little thing. It's like, oh, I don't have to worry about messing with my hair anymore. I feel so much better now.
Yes. But there's also too the clients who like if you completely drastically change their hair, they will not care. Like they'll be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, perfect. This is what I needed." But I think that's part of our job is like getting to know our clients and their personalities and
Yeah, they
real,
trust us a
yeah.
lot. I
Yeah.
I find that very like scary sometimes. You know best. You just do whatever. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know best though.
I know. I know. My favorite is I trust you, you're the professional. I hear
Yeah,
that so many times and I'm like, "Ooh, am I professional?"
I know. I Do you ever get like imposter syndrome? Where
Yes.
you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just winging it. And I don't have the right color I would want, so I got to mix these together. I got to borrow what Jess has. I got,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
but then also it's like they show me a picture and I'm like, do I know how to do that haircut? I
Right.
don't
It's like
know.
we second guess ourselves, but we do know. It's just that
Yeah.
like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah, people are trusting me with a lot. And I think that goes with way back to hair school. They're literally teaching you to pass your state boards, and
Oh my
that is
gosh.
it.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
Listen.
yeah, they teach you to pass, and then send you into the world to just fuck up everyone's hair and they figure it out.
Literally. Literally. Like
And oh, go
my
ahead.
first my I remember my first job as a hairstylist was at First Choice Haircutters, and my very first client was a high and tight like military fade. When I tell you I had a heart attack, I mean, I nobody taught me that in hair school. Like no, it took me probably an hour to do this man's haircut because I
Right, and your
had
hands are probably trembling the
oh
whole
my
time.
god.
He's probably as terrified as you are.
And I don't think I said maybe but like 3 words because I was so scared for my life. But they literally throw you to the wolves. They don't teach you about connecting with clients and like the emotional side of it. And they don't tip hair school. Listen, maybe it's
No,
different nowadays, but back then it was like, here's what you need to know to pass state board. Good luck to you. And all the
yeah,
stuff you learn to pass state board, nobody even does. I'm
no,
not sitting here doing like roller sets every day and perms. Like, no, I'm not.
mm-mm.
That is not my everyday client.
The
So,
haircut you do to pass your state boards, you literally never do ever.
no, no, it's the worst haircut ever that nobody asked for.
Yeah. So I guess back to like what they didn't prepare us for is the emotional side of things, because
Yes. Yes.
you are not prepared for what people tell you, how to
Mm-mm.
react to that, what to say. And, like we really are those emotional first responders for some people.
Yep.
And you have to sit with them for at least an hour and a half, 2.5 hours, something, like,
Yeah.
and figure it out with them. And they can't really teach that to
No.
you. But I guess, I maybe that's why some people make it and some people don't. I do
Yeah.
think there is a certain level of it that is skill and how you do hair, but I
Oh,
also
yeah.
think your people skills and how you vibe with people, like sometimes
Yeah.
it's not about what you do to their hair, it's about how they feel about you as a person or
Yep.
being in your chair. And that's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay if you don't vibe with everybody.
Right.
Um, but that is, I think, a huge part of our jobs, not just doing people's hair.
Yeah. No. And there's so many times, like, you will even hear, like famous stylists, which that's a whole different thing. But famous stylists will say, like, it's not always about the hair. People will come to you because of you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they don't come to you because of the place or how you do their hair. I mean, obviously how you do their hair plays a part in it, but um it's just so true that people come to you for you.
Yeah.
And there's been plenty of times where like a client and I had like in the past, when I was still fresh in this industry, like you just don't vibe. And, that's okay. It happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we have that happen too. Like someone books with you, you feel like it went okay, and then you
Mm-hmm.
never see them again. And
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's really okay if it was about the hair or if it was about you. And I have clients that I've had for years that we don't necessarily have the same views or opinions about absolutely anything,
Mm-hmm.
but we still get along and can talk about absolutely everything in the chair.
Yeah.
So it
Yep.
really, you're right, it really is about you. So hopefully that's something that AI cannot take away from us one
Uh,
day.
exactly.
Yeah, you could go up to a machine or a robot and it can give you a haircut, but it cannot give you that human connection that we give.
Exactly. Exactly. It's just that's a whole nother
Yeah, I
that is
do
a
think, um also, it is a big, we talk all the time, and like we're saying, it's a therapy session for a lot of people, but
Mhm.
I do think the silence is okay too. I do appreciate a silent appointment. I have a few clients that
Yeah.
really don't like to talk, and I am 100% okay with that.
Yep. And that's a big thing too is like how do we know when somebody doesn't want to like have conversations? Like I feel like we're both pretty good about reading people.
Hmm.
We're both actually pretty intuitive.
Yeah,
We can tell if somebody's upset, mad, sad, whatever. But it's easy to like like if you ask a question and people are short answer like that's kind of like your first inkling of like hey they don't want to have conversations and
absolutely.
that's
Yeah.
fine. Like it's their moment to sit in the chair and pause and not have to like do anything and sometimes people just don't want to people and
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
We people
okay.
all day. So I'm fine to have a person that
I
doesn't
know.
want to people in the middle of the day. That is cool. I
Yes.
think it works the other way too, where I guess some days I'll be not like in a quiet mood, but like I'm not just bringing up a conversation, and I'll notice in the silence clients will then start asking me questions because it's
Yeah.
like they need to talk or they want to hear about things. So we do kind of have to be on quite
Oh
a
yeah.
bit in that way too, and we have to open up about ourselves and our families or what's going on in our lives. And sometimes I think I find myself like I'm boring, nothing new's going on, but I still got to find something to talk about. And us being together, I love that we can hear each other like tell our clients the same
I
story
know.
over and over and
I know.
over again, and it's fine.
That's just how it listen, it'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah. But it's like whatever big thing is happening, you have that little story to tell. That's what we'll
Yeah.
talk about then, and it's totally fine.
One thing's for sure, we stay consistent.
That is for sure.
I do kind of want to circle back a little bit to just because I think it's so funny. Circle back to breakup bangs because listen, bangs look so cute on so many people. Um but there are like clients who will like I want bangs and I'm like, "Girl, no." Like, no. We no. Nope.
Yeah,
But
we
also
also know you're not going to style them like that either.
yes, yes. That's the other thing too. And I know I love Sabrina Carpenter. She's adorable. However, not everybody has her hair, and sometimes I think she wears a wig, and that's cool. I like
Yeah,
wigs.
yeah,
But, I just it's not made for everybody. So, just
yeah.
if we tell you no, just know that we're not being mean.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of the same thing with any kind of inspiration pictures right now.
Yes.
Um, be aware that the picture that you are showing us is not an actual person's hair. So
Yes.
you cannot realistically have that your hair that is real look
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
without styling it like that and having a filter and literally a wig because it's not real most of the
Yes.
time. So
Yes. Oh,
um
the AI photos kill me.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
It's out
that's
of control.
yeah. It's not real hair. It's like I don't even know. Is AI it's like cartoon. I don't even
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I don't know anything about technology. We have figured that out just even trying
Oh
to
my
record
god.
this podcast. But um, when you show us a picture, I also am not trying to be mean when I'm like, that's AI. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to be mean and be like, I can't do that. I just want you to have a realistic expectation of what
Yes.
your hair is going to look like
Yes.
versus what this fake picture looks like. I am so glad that the gray blonde trend is on its way out because
Yes.
it's we even if we got your hair to look like that, it's not going to be healthy like that picture, and you're going to wash it maybe 5 times and it's gone. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that is our job to educate people. But I have had people sit in my chair and say, well, my other hairstylist would never do what I wanted her to do. And I'm
Yeah.
not immediately going to be like, oh, well, I got you. I'm your girl. Because
Right.
I'm going to defend that other hairstylist
Yep.
really 10 times out of 10 because it's not my job to talk about what another stylist didn't do or how they didn't do
Correct.
things correctly. I'm not going to bash another hairstylist. I'm going to say, well, everybody is different, or
Yeah.
they this, or this is how I can do things,
Mhm.
um I think I've definitely been that hairstylist that other people have probably sat in a chair and said they didn't like something that I did or I didn't do
Right.
something, and that's also okay too. But for anyone that does come in my chair, don't think that I'm being like mean to you and telling you no, I can't do something for you. It's more of me just trying to guide you and not set you up for disappointment in the end, truly.
Right, because at the end of the day, hair affects your self-esteem.
Yeah.
So if if you do something on impulse, which kind of I keep going back to the bang thing. Like, if you do something on impulse and we're like, okay, and we don't talk you out of it if we think it's not going to look good, you're immediately going to be spiraling
Yeah.
because you're already
Every day you
going
look in the mirror and
through.
you hate your hair, then you
Yeah,
already are starting off. A good hair day and a bad hair day can make or break your day.
absolutely. And listen, I have thin, crappy hair, so I get it. And I do hair. So sometimes the hair ain't hairing. And that's just, the hair is not herring. Wait, isn't a herring a bird? You know what I mean.
Well, the hair ain't hair, and that is a new thing that we are going to be saying in our shop all the time.
Sometimes I wake up and I look like Anna from Frozen when she rolls out of bed.
Do you have the drool hanging down from your face and everything like she
It depends on how well I slept that night. Again, your
does?
hair affects your self esteem.
It truly, truly does.
Oh my gosh.
It's a huge part of our identity, really, and it is the first thing that we want to change because it is something that we have control over. You have sat in my chair and been like, chop it off, and I'm like,
Oh my
no,
gosh. I
let's
know.
calm down and not do that right now. You have a lot going on.
Listen,
So,
we gotta tell this story really quick.
okay.
So, even as a hairstylist, I have made very impulse decisions about my hair. Um, so I was going through some really deep stuff, personally, and I had hair extensions in. Well, I was like going through it. I was deep in the trenches, and I was like, Ruthie, I need you to like cut these extensions out of my head and chop all my hair off. And she was like, absolutely not. And I was like, I literally have $100. Like, I will give you this $100 to like chop my hair
Like I'm
off.
taking a penny from you to begin with.
I was like, in that moment, like, I don't care. Get it off of my head.
Like
Like,
you can't pay me. You go somewhere else. But I did end up cutting your extensions out and chopping all of your hair off anyway.
you're the real OG. And then what happened? Instantly, I was like, oh no. Mistakes have been made.
Yeah.
And you're just like, not my fault. I'm like, I know, I should have listened.
And then it takes a while. You have to grow and grow
Oh,
your hair, grow
yeah.
as a person, figure it all out. Sometimes though, I do think we need to make that big mistake to be like, oh no, I messed up. And have that reality check a bit, and I mean you can buy a wig and put a wig on, you can give
Yeah.
it time,
Yep.
like that's really, I will always go back to hair always grows. That is the thing I love about it. I know
Hmm.
I shouted out to the bald men in our lives that we love
Yes.
the
Yes.
last time. Like, you still have to shave your head sometimes. You still
Yeah.
have some hair that grows. Hair always grows and it just takes time.
Yep.
And sometimes it needs like a little extra loving care to get back to the healthy place, how
Yeah.
you want it to be,
Yep.
which is
That
relevant
is,
in life.
that's, yeah, that's so true. I will say though, like the whole wig thing, some of you know, like I purchased a wig and I freaking love them. My It cracks me up because my grandmother was a very fancy lady and she always wore wigs and like she started to lose her hair as she got older, but she would wear these like fancy wigs and I for the longest time thought it was really her hair.
I love that.
I legit was like, "Oh my gosh, like I love you changed your hair. I love it." And she's like, "Oh no, it's a wig. It's a wig." But listen, if y'all want a good wig, reach out. I found some cute ones. So, just
Yeah.
saying. Just
I mean,
saying.
you could just have a wig on and be like a totally different personality for the
Mhm.
day. I love it.
Yep.
Except for you can't just let people say thank. People are like, "Oh my gosh, I love your hair," and you're
I
like,
know.
"Thanks, it's a wig." You
I
can't
know.
just be like, "Thank you."
I know. Because I can't lie. Other people can get away with it, but I cannot because I'm a
I know.
hairstylist. So.
Listen, can we talk about really quickly though? If you are around us right now, you know that we are watching The Traders, and
Oh.
we are good at reading people. We could sniff out some traders. We would never ever be able to be traders.
No. No. Because I immediately would be like, "Are you a traitor? I'm a trader. Are you a
Yeah.
trader?
If you and I were traders, we would be cracking up across the table at each other during the round
Yes.
table. I could
Yes.
never look at people in the face and lie straight to them.
And
But
anytime Alan says, "Are you a faithful or a
uh,
traitor?"
a traitor.
I would lose it. There's no way. I
Oh,
would die.
but I just to hear one of you will be murdered tonight. I Alan Cummings and his outfits are just the best part of that entire show, to be
Oh my
honest with
gosh. Yes. If you guys have not watched Traders, highly recommend.
you. Yes.
Also, we're not obviously sponsored or anything, but we're
No.
just we're just throwing that out there.
I don't even know if we're
Um,
allowed to talk about this.
I don't either, but you know what? It's fine. Go watch The Traders. It's so good.
We love it. And if you're in our shop anytime soon, you're going to be hearing about it anyway.
Oh, for sure. But anyways, getting back on track
Yes.
here.
Anywho.
Oh my gosh. Um, so I think that something important that we should touch base on, especially for any of the stylists that are listening to our episodes, if they are, um, is the burnout behind the chair. It's a real thing. Emotionally, we
Yeah.
become exhausted, which is part of the job. And I think too that goes with like nurses, teachers, like there's so many professions out there where you experience emotional exhaustion.
Yeah, it's emotional labor that you do all day. I feel like my job is more
Yes.
emotionally exhausting than it is physically.
Yes. Because we're holding space for others while managing our own shit in our lives.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it's just we have to, as humans, we have to figure out an outlet, a healthy outlet, and ways to, you know, find some type of self-care. Because we do go through a lot emotionally. Everyone trauma dumps on us, which is 1,000% fine. That's part of the
Yeah,
job.
yeah. I actually, not that I like it, but I feel like it's my way of giving back in a way,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
for my way. I have said for a long time, my walk as a Christian that I've realized that my hair is my or my chair is my ministry.
Yeah.
Um, because I bond with people, you connect with people, you say things to people. And even if it's that one sentence that you didn't even remember saying, it really resonates with someone.
Mm-hmm.
Or you just are giving back. So it's our way of serving, and I, as heavy as it is, I feel lighter because I get to
Yeah.
be that person for
Oh
people.
yeah. And don't get me like there are some days, I'm just again, it goes back to when we leave the salon for the day, like we take all of it with us. We take
Yeah.
all of anything that everyone's going through, we carry that with us. We're constantly thinking and praying and, even the good things too. Like
Yeah,
there's
yeah, we're
like,
celebrating with you
oh my
too.
gosh, yes, babies and weddings. And it's just like all of
Which
those
we get to be a
things.
part of as hair, because that is also
Yes.
like your
Yes.
hair is a part of all of your big life moments. We've had kids that, like we've cut their hair and then they get married and we get to go do their hair for the
I
wedding.
know.
And
It's
then they
so
have
crazy.
babies and then you do the baby's hair, or,
Mm-hmm.
once they get older. So it's really cool. I have a family of clients that I have cut 4 generations of this family's hair, and I
Oh,
started off doing grandma's hair.
yeah.
And I absolutely love that. And like and she's passed away, and that's something that we take too. We lose clients, and
Mm-hmm.
we go with them through cancer, and they don't
Yeah.
then come in because a lot of times they're going through chemo and
Yeah.
don't have hair. But then we also get to help them transition back into, because chemo hair is terrible when it starts to grow back. And
Yeah.
we're here through all the phases of life, and I am here for it, and I know that you are too. Like, we
Oh,
really are.
absolutely.
We're like your silent other family member that we know all the secrets and we know all the things,
Mm-hmm.
but we're your biggest cheerleader at the same time.
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. And because of all of that, sometimes like I will like my drive home is very short
Yeah,
and
same.
sometimes I will just sit in my car for 20 minutes. I'll drive. Let me back up a little bit. I will drive to work full blast, music, ready for the day, jamming out. Okay. By the time I leave work, I will drive in silence.
Yeah.
I will drive in silence. And sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, was that a green light? I probably shouldn't say that.
Well, yeah, but you do like you get home like I don't even remember driving home. Yeah.
Yeah, and I will sit in my car sometimes for like 10 to 20 minutes just to like decompress from the day because I have little, so as soon as and you do too. So like as soon as you come in the door, it's mom, 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 mom,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's just our jobs emotionally, we are it's
Over
never.
processed.
Yes, because it's never ending. And
Yeah.
that's okay. I mean, I will literally go and like take an hour and just like zone out and watch my show or whatever, but
Yeah. Yeah, we all have our way to release. And I think this and doing this podcast is kind of our way of doing that. you
oh
know?
yeah, for sure. Um I think too, obviously the biggest part of our jobs too is like the people pleasing. Um so touching base on that a little bit, obviously we don't want to like disappoint our clients because we want you to like look at your hair and be like, oh my gosh, I love it so much, thank you so much.
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
but-
If people are not happy with the
oh
end result, I have that like pit in my stomach feeling
yes,
like,
yes,
what can I do to make it better? I
yeah,
have actually like text people later, like, please, in like another week, if you're not okay with it, let me know. Like,
yeah,
I will
because
spiral about it because I just want people to be happy.
yep. That's and I think too, like that constant same with like having a new client, which I've recently been getting like a trickle of new clients here and there, which is amazing. But that first time, I think
We're
you're in
used
this.
to having the same people. And
Yes,
then when you have a
yes.
new person, you kind of have to, like, it's like an interview. Like, did I
I
pass?
know. And then too, they leave and it's like, oh my gosh, did they like their hair? Did they not like their hair? I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, that panic of like, and then like you'll see them schedule out another appointment, um, like online, and it's like, oh, they did like their hair.
Yeah, yeah. Which I think also on the opposite end of things, I really would, I think that most of my clients know me now that I really try to be approachable. That
Yeah.
if you aren't happy with something, please tell me. That way I
Yes.
do have the opportunity to change it. I do have the opportunity to make it right. Even if you're not happy with it because you decided you don't like what you told me we did, like,
Yeah.
even if it's your uh you decided to change it, it's still okay. And I absolutely want people to feel like they can reach out to me and tell me that. Because it's a scary world we live in that they're just going to
Yeah.
immediately go to social media and bash you, not only as a business, but as a person.
Yep.
Then people chime in, and, we are in a smaller town where that
Mm-hmm.
can absolutely ruin somebody. And I would never want to see that happen to anybody, any
Oh no.
business ever.
No. No, and when I do see stuff like that, it like makes my heart sink because small businesses are what like keep everything going.
Mhm.
So I think it's important to support small businesses, and bashing is like the last thing people shouldn't be turning to social media and doing that. Like contact the person. That's why too, like it's important that, we both have established that with our clients. Like, please tell me, you know, if you don't like something, like it's totally fine. We can figure out a solution. We can fix it. If you want something different, it's 1,000% okay. And
Yeah.
it's okay to text us a couple of days later and be like, okay, this blonde is a little too bright, or these low lights are a little too dark for me. Can we add some brightness back into my hair? Like that is 100% okay.
Yeah. Sometimes we don't know that we don't like it until we try it too.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
I hate it when people will be like, "Well, I just like dealt with it until my next appointment." No, don't deal with
I
it.
know.
It's
Say something.
and that is a thing, is like seeing people. I think that especially our longtime clients, I think that's how they so easily can open up to us, because we
Mhm.
have that repetition with people. You see people over and over and over. Um and I think that makes it easier to be open, not just for clients with us, but us to them too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Another thing that a lot of our clients don't realize too is there's a lot of social media pressure as a hairstylist. That includes like pricing and
Mhm.
um, quality over quantity. It just is like there's so many things, and we are not social media hair influencers. Those of the stylists that are, that's amazing. Love that for you. But it's a lot of pressure.
It is. I
Um,
don't even have time in my day to take a picture.
yeah, half the time we forget.
Yeah, or somebody will leave and I'm like, "Oh, that looked good. I
I
haven't
know.
posted a hair picture in like a year. I should
I
have taken a picture
know.
of that." I'm in a different phase, I guess. We both are
Yeah.
in our careers that's not how we're trying to build clients. But even if you're not trying to build clients, it's just a way to
Yeah.
show your work.
Yeah. But also, we are not, guys, we seriously are terrible with technology.
Yeah,
So,
we don't know what we're doing with this.
right. We are just winging it.
Totally. We're winging it a lot. We're winging it in life, motherhood, being your stylist. We are professionals. But sometimes, like you show us a picture and we're like, all right, we're going to see how this turns out.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Um, there's also like pricing guilt and, you know,
Yes. Yeah.
my,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, my biggest thing has always been, I want to make it affordable for my clients because everything in this world is like price wise is going up, like it's insane. um so I don't want people to ever feel like, oh my gosh, she charges this much for
Yeah, I don't want to
highlights
be part
or
of that problem. And I always
no.
feel guilty like it's going to be this much,
I
even though it's
know.
like something that they got.
I know. And there are clients too who, God love them,
Tell us we
so
don't charge enough.
yes, and I'm just
Yes.
like, oh my gosh, should I like charge $50 more? No, because that's not who I am.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and being self-employed is hard because we determine everything. We have to book enough appointments to make the money, charge
Yeah.
enough to have all the things. We have all this overhead. We're not just getting all the money that you're giving us.
No.
Um, but also, am I gonna be able to maintain the same amount of clients if I like drastically were to have this huge pricing change? People are gonna go somewhere else. So then
Yeah.
I then lose clients. So it's a very hard, so it's a hard balance for us. And we don't get a raise, we don't get a bonus, we don't
Mm-mm.
get all of, I mean, people do tip us, absolutely, especially around the holidays. People really seem to take extra care of us, which is so appreciated. But the only way we actually get a raise every year is if we raise our prices.
Yep.
So you know and we are self-employed, so we're not getting paid vacations, we
Mm-mm.
aren't getting health insurance, we're not, being self-employed is a real hustle, a
Mm-hmm.
real hustle. And that is something I know, as stylists and any other stylist, you have to remind yourself like that we're valuable as
Oh yeah.
well. So
Yep.
um
Which
if people value you as a person in your work, then they're going to stick with you. If
mm-hmm.
you just every, however often, if you are doing those small increases, I've had clients tell me like, just rip the band-aid off and charge me what you need to charge me.
I know. But I just have I just, it's the pricing guilt. The pricing guilt gets me every time.
Hmm.
And I just do like a small amount, like I don't know, it's probably been every like once a year or once every 2 years. I barely do it. So it's like, I don't even know,
Yeah, well,
when.
and that's also something that we're winging because
Yeah.
we aren't necessarily like smart business women either.
We just do hair, okay?
We just do hair.
And pay our
And
taxes
yeah,
and
you know,
yeah.
like if an actual good accountant looked at my stuff, they'd be
Oh my
like, "You
gosh.
are the dumbest person. Why are you spending this much money on this? You
I
can't write
know.
off this." So we're really just winging it and trying to make it work for
Yeah.
us, for our clients, and just make it through because it's obviously we're doing this for a living and to support ourselves and our families, but like that's not what it's about for me at all,
Yeah.
really.
It's
Like
also
obviously,
like it's my passion. Like
yes.
I love, love, love my job. I don't, and that's where we're very fortunate. Like I don't dread going to work. I love
No.
going to work. I love having conversations with people. I just, even if I made no money, I would probably still do it. You know what I mean? Like if I
Yeah.
made nothing from doing this job, I would still do it because at the end of the day, like I'm happy and
I really truly enjoy
yes,
making people feel better.
yes,
It's not
yes.
just like you make them look good. Like we both actually say it all the time, though, that we just have a good canvas.
Yeah.
Like your hair is what it is. We just enhance it and make it better and make you feel
Mm-hmm.
better in the process, whether that is with your hair changing or
Yep.
you feel lighter because you just like trauma dumped on us, or
Yeah.
we trauma dumped on you, or you and I say something stupid and funny
Yeah.
which that's okay too. I think also in like the trauma dumps and the hard times, we find ourselves we have a dark sense of humor and we joke
Oh
about
yeah.
things, but like that's okay because that's I feel like people that have been through it, that's kind of how you deal with things.
Oh yeah. And another thing too, like we don't let people say negative things. Like you guys are lucky we even let you get one bad compliment
Oh
or
yeah.
comment about yourselves
You
because
won't put
after that,
yourself down in our chair. Uh-uh.
yeah, because if you put yourself down in our chair, you're going to get bopped with the hair dryer. It's not allowed.
I have one client in particular, and if she hears this, she will know who she is because she will say, "Oh,
Yes.
I look so tired and I have these bags under my eyes." And I'll be like, "I'm glad you got that out of the way. You is smart, you is kind, you is
Yes.
beautiful."
Yes. It's
And if you say
unacceptable.
something bad about yourself again, I'm gonna hurt you with whatever tool is in my hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Preferably the hair dryer, you're going to get bopped.
Like we mean that not just because we're trying to be funny. Like we truly mean that. Like
Yeah.
this isn't a place to come in and make yourself feel bad and put yourself down. We're all about building yourself back up and making yourself feel good.
Yes, because you are all so beautiful. We only have beautiful clients.
That's
So,
true. I if you were a ugly person outside and inside, you're not sitting in my chair.
exactly. Which just goes to show all of our clients are beautiful in their own way. So just know
Absolutely.
that. Just know
Yes.
that.
Yes, and we love you and we appreciate you. And even if you're not a client of ours, like everybody is worth being loved. Everybody is worth being
Hmm.
appreciated and feeling good. And everyone has value. That's why we really want to talk to people on here because everybody has fascinating stories. Even if you think you are not fascinating, you are truly fascinating, or you have had
Yes.
something interesting happen in your life. And we love hearing about that.
Oh yeah, because I think, that's part of our job is conversation. So we absolutely would love to sit down with whoever is willing to have conversations and for you guys to be able to tell like your life stories because everyone is super interesting and everyone has crazy stories about how they grew up or what they went through. And, we're not therapists. We're just here to like have conversations and listen.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, is there anything else that we wanted to talk about today that we didn't?
Um, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I didn't
So I
realize
guess
we've been talking this long. Sorry,
I
go
know.
ahead.
Well, the reason that this is just audio today, we did try to record this previously, and like we have said, we are not tech savvy. Um, we had like four different tries. It didn't go anywhere. So we're doing this, it's each of our day off. So we're just
Mm-hmm.
recording this in between things we have going on. And you guys may be getting a lot more of these kind of um episodes,
Yeah,
depending on how things go.
I know, I know.
We're figuring this out, guys.
So I'm just gonna throw out there, if anyone is tech savvy and would like to trade haircut, is that even allowed?
I don't know, but
If you want to
listen,
trade haircuts for technology.
yeah, uh, I have given somebody this. I don't even know it. I've already offered somebody this.
Oh
So
yeah.
if
So if you're
if
listening,
if you're listening, you can be our fun sidekick. It'll be so much fun.
yeah. And then if we make it big, you'll be like this big producer, just saying. Then you'll go to Hollywood.
I don't even want to go to
I don't
Hollywood.
either. No thanks. But you know who you are. If you want to make it big in the technology, I don't even know what the word is.
I don't
You know,
even know either. Just help us. Somebody help us.
help me. No, I'm not going to say it. If you watch Bridesmaids, you know where that was going. Oh my gosh.
Well, I appreciate everybody that has actually listened to it this long, and us ramble about all of this stuff. But hopefully, it makes you understand us a little bit more.
Yeah.
Hairstylists in general, like I think it takes a certain kind of a person to be able to do what we do,
Hmm.
and we love what we do, so we wouldn't change any of that for anything.
Yeah. And if there's hairstylists that want to like come on the podcast and like have conversations and talk with us, like we would absolutely love that. But you don't have to. But if you
Yeah,
want to, we're
that's
here. Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. So. Yeah, the over processed. I guess that's what this is. The whole point of this. It's like therapy that you can listen to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I don't know what we're gonna do next, but stay tuned because we're not stopping. As long as we can keep figuring out how to load this up and make this
Yes.
record, we're gonna keep doing it.
Yes. We love you guys. We'll see you next episode.
All right. Bye.
Bye.